Okay, graphing rational functions. We need to find our asymptotes, plot them, and then use test points to see where the graph will be. So let's talk about our vertical asymptotes, the denominator. So if I make that denominator equal to 0, I'll get x squared to equal 4. So I have two vertical asymptotes, x equals 2 and x equals negative 2. My horizontal, let's see what we got. If I look at the degrees, the top degrees are 2, the bottom degrees are 2 also. They are the same. So it says that you must divide the leading coefficients. What are the leading coefficients? A 1 and a 1. So when I divide 1 divided by 1, I get my horizontal asymptote to be y equals 1. Okay, now we're setting up our x and our y. Okay, I'm going to put in my asymptote, so I got x to equal 2, x to equal negative 2, and y to equal 1. Okay, now we're going to do some test points. I am going to test the number to the left of that red dotted line, which is going to be negative 3. So I'm going to test x equals negative 3. What does that mean? That means I plug it into the equation. So negative 3 squared minus 4, negative 3 squared plus a negative 3 minus 12. Okay, so when I work it out, I get an answer to be a negative number, negative 6/5. So that means, if I sketch it in, that it's going to be on the bottom. This rational function gets so close to each asymptote for both ways like this, because the negatives are down here for the y. Okay, now I need to choose a test point in the middle. Alright, so let's start with 0 first and plug that in. So there, when I plug in 0, I get an answer to be positive 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So it's up here somewhere. Now, it is possible for the graph to go through the horizontal asymptote. So now let's check 1. This answer also is positive. So it's looking right now that this graph is going to be up on the top. Alright, let's test one more. Let's test negative 1. Okay, and that answer is also positive too. So that means this graph is going to be, oops, let's see, there, coming up and back around. So it's that way. Okay, last one, on the right side of that red dotted line. So let's choose 3 as our test point. Okay, so when I check 3, I get an actual answer of 0. So it's right on the x-axis. So that's not helping us too much. I decided to try 4. So when I plugged in 4 here, I got 8 over 12. So it is positive, but it's not going to pass that red horizontal asymptote. So this is what the graph should look like. Number 15 will be shown on the study guide, which is the 3x over x squared minus 1. Okay, so hopefully this helps you guys out. The most important thing is, choosing those test points to see where the graph would be going.